Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Redskins. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
the talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Under center for Jacksonville, it will be Blake Bortles. And Bortles, you know, we know what Jacksonville did last year. He doesn't get a whole lot of credit for leading them to the playoffs and almost to the Super Bowl. Can he be an elite quarterback in this league?
Elite is such a category that I like to keep narrowly defined, but I think he can be an upper echelon quarterback. Saw a couple years ago. Remember the excitement about him throwing the football when he had those wide receivers that could go get it? Well, his numbers weren't appreciably different last year from that season. Somewhere around 3,900 yards, right? 20-plus touchdowns, interceptions in the teens. If he can keep bringing the interception number down, and I think that he can because he has Leonard Fournette to run the ball. Now he can throw the ball deep to guys like DJ Chark and Marquise Lee. His numbers may very well jump up, and I'm hearing good things about him this summer.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And now a look at the Washington defense.
A force off the edge is Ryan Kerrigan, who's had 24 sacks in the last 2 seasons alone, and that's second only to Chandler Jones over that span. Not only does he get to the quarterback, he knows how to strip the ball away from him as well. And that was something he did particularly well when he was at Purdue. Noted for forcing fumbles, for takeaways. He's carried that over quite well in the NFL.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively.
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Bortles trying the option to the right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And we have seen the first touchdown in Super Bowl 52. The first 51 Super Bowls, a team that scored first, they won 34 times out of 51. So 2/3 of the time, but just gaining that momentum's got to be huge in this game.
It's massive, and that's what everyone's looking for. The first big break of a game, the first advantage of the game, and that tends to carry a team, right? Most of the time, you're able to sail on that for a while, and that's what you're looking for. The first touchdown, you feel like you're in great shape.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And we all know that we're not supposed to have a rooting interest, but let's face it, this is a big-time accomplishment right here. Multiple Pro Bowls, many victories, big-time numbers, face of the franchise, and finally, his first chance at a Super Bowl. This is phenomenal.
Smith on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, Smith. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first and 10, Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here's Smith now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Throwing on third down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. From the red zone now, Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Smith. That escapes the sack. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now here comes the Redskin defense heading back onto the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Lee's got it over the middle. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there. Bortles to Lee. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock. So
a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing is Bortles. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Smith. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd and 2, Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top 5. It's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in the fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it, and don't forget, returning it as well.
To throw is Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And running with power here. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways. All right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They keep it with Fournette on first down, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Smith on 1st and 10. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
They held him in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to his running back, P-Rob. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To the air again, Smith. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Vernon Davis from 10 yards out. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points. And you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming. And I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, let the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after
this. Did you hear about the Madden 19 tournament shooting today?
So Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
What was going on?
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes.
Yeah, the Madden
put
series.
this one in the left-hand column.
Yeah, I think you probably talked about the Madden series. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't know it started today. Is it 2019?
On second down, here's Fournette.
Yeah, I know they started it a couple days ago, the Madden
in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And it comes on cable, it comes on YouTube.
And it'll be a third and about 13.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
There was a tournament in Florida for Madden 19 and a guy came in and started shooting people. 9 people were shot and 3 dead.
The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Out to the left.
You say 9 people were shot. I gotta go check that out.
All the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
You said 9 people were shot at this Madden tournament. Wow, man. You sure? Was this a house party or EA Sports or?
He finds P-Line out of the backfield. And brought down.
Wow, that's bad, man.
The 45-yard
That's not good. I mean, Madden gets serious, man.
13 yards there.
It's all on the news.
Fresh set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then
a lot of famous Madden players were there, like Longkiv and Trueboy and Joel CP, but they won't say who died yet.
That's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task,
wow,
incredible.
Well, yeah, I know JP. I know Scipio too. I know JP. Scipio.
In this year, just how everybody wants to.
That's unbelievable, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Trophy.
You know,
what a season for
I'm
them.
sorry
what
to hear that,
it's
man.
been for
That's
us
bad,
as well
man.
here in the booth.
I mean,
for Charles
nobody
Davis
wants to
and our
lose,
entire
man.
crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Nobody
We will
wanna
see you
lose.
next
It's one of
season
those
right
things.
here on EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really sad, man. They're calling it a mass shooting and they're still investigating, but the guy who was shooting killed himself.
You got to be kidding me, man. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say you're kidding me because these type of things happen. So I'm not going to say that you're kidding me. You know, so let me catch myself with that. But yeah, you know, you're going to see more. You know, I'm surprised with that, man. You know what I mean? I'm kind of surprised, and it's sad because I mean this is supposed to be for fun. It is competitive, and another thing I was thinking, I've watched the Madden series before, and with the Madden series, you have to also realize that I don't know, man. They're gonna change a lot of rules, bro. After that Madden shooting, it's bad.
Look it up on Google, bro. It's on the news.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up now, man. I know you wouldn't lie to me, man. I'm not saying you would, but ain't nobody gonna make nothing up like that, you know. And man, that's bad, man. Damn, I mean, keep in mind, EA Sports, that's out there in Cali, where they do the Madden series that comes on TV. So you figure it's a lot of money on there, man. Yes, each run they're playing for a lot of money. So you know that mass shooter. What I'm thinking is, you know, they probably that probably affects a lot, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about, you can win up to $200,000 for the first place winner. So you got to realize that. I'm looking at it now. Damn. Oh man, that's bad, man. I can't believe that. Yeah, I know Scipio and JP. They come on. Oh, that's not good. Let me review EA
I
Sports.
thought they would have security because that was a big event.
Wow. Yeah, I would think. Oh man. Well, mass shooting at Madden tournament. That's bad, man. And yeah, this is a popular series, right? I'm looking at it on Google now. The Madden series. It's popular. I see it on PS4 all the time. It's on YouTube all the time. It even comes on ESPN on cable. That's how big it is. Update. Hey, that's bad, man. Oh man. Oh, that's bad. The shooter is named Cass. That's deceased at the scene. That's bad. It's just really bad because it's going to put a bad name on Madden football and oh man, I play it for fun, man. I play it for fun, to have fun, to compete, and to just have a good time. So this is very unfortunate that that the shooting
There's a
had to
video
happen
out
for
too. All
Madden.
you hear is gunshots and Madden players screaming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is bad, man. It's bad. It's bad, and the reason why I'm saying it's bad because it's supposed to be about having fun, man. Um, you know what I mean. I just lost today. I was upset though. I'm not gonna front. I lost in the third round today, and one game away from the Super Bowl, and we gave up the game. So I'm not gonna front. I've got mad before. Losing a playoff game and stuff like that. I've got mad before, man. Because you want to win, you want to go all the way, but at the same time, at the end of the day, it's important for people to realize this is just a game, and it's entertainment. And you know what I mean? So this is why I always have fun, and this is why on my channel, I don't allow profanity and all that negative stuff, man. That's why, it's about having fun at the end of the day, no matter who wins or lose. But with that EA Sports, it's a lot of money involved in that. Keep that in mind too. Okay? They playing for a lot of money. So what probably happened was one of those guys probably lost, and he probably felt some kind of way, man. I'm going to tell you the real truth. He probably felt some kind of way losing all that money.
He'll catch you on the next stream.
Okay, bro. I'll catch you, man. All right, later. And also for EA Sports, man, my heart goes out to them too as well, man. So, man, oh man. This is really bad to hear, I tell you that. And unfortunately, these are the type of things that happen when we don't just understand that it's about fun, having a good time, and that's it. So my heart goes out to EA Sports, the makers of Madden. It also goes out to the Madden series. I think somewhere out there in Cali, the Madden series that they always do. I want to give a shout out to them for doing the Madden series, and I hope that the classic Madden series continue. And for a lot of the guys out there and the people who may have got hurt, my heart goes out to y'all, and I definitely hope that the situation is resolved and that this type of situation doesn't continue to happen. So once again, shout out, and my heart goes out to the people in EA Sports and the Madden situation, the shooting Madden situation. And once again, I'm sorry to hear about that. This is very unfortunate, and it's not a good look for the Madden franchise, for the center and stuff. So I just want to give my condolences and love and respect to EA Sports, also the family on YouTube, and all of the people who watch these video game sports challenges across the world online. And what has happened today is the perfect example of why on my channel it's always about having fun first. It's always about having fun first. Because once you take it outside of the context of fun, things like what we're hearing with the Madden shooting can happen. So it's very important when we are on social media. I'm on social media all the time, live streaming different sports games and events, and I'm dealing with different people all the time from YouTube and Facebook. So this is why I stress to a lot of people that it is very important to be professional. It is very important to be positive and respectful to everybody. Because if we're not positive, professional, and respectful to everybody, we end up with situations outside of the context of having fun, of what it really was supposed to be about.